guy doesn't like cold mornings. I mean, they're the toughest part of backpacking. I sure do a lot of backpacking in September and October. Oh, a bit of a long night. I'm not a fan of having the drone of the river right there. And of course, it's kind of cold, but not too bad. My gear kind of basically just really keeps up with, -4, -5. That's probably about what it was. All right. And it gets down below freezing. I brought extra shoes. They're nothing special, but they're dry right now, and that makes them the best shoes in the world, let me tell you. Your typical frosty October morning. Looking pretty decent as far as weather. Hopefully it'll stay this way. Whew. In case you missed it, I basically had to stay here last night. I did the best I could, but that trail has 1,800 trees across it. And I was told there was random camp spots along it, and nothing anywhere near here, that's for sure. When I finally got here, it was like maybe 15 minutes of semi-daylight left. Well, now my water's boiling. I might as well have a little look around. Very basic little cabin. I don't know how well you can see. There, now I got the side shutter open. Now you can probably see a little better. Yeah. Not bad, Seems to be in half decent shape. Right now this is showing about +2. Tack shed's in good shape too. They even put some tin roofing on the wood storage, so that's good to see they're trying to keep things going. This thing could use a little bit of paint, but oh yeah, there was something I saw yesterday that I thought was kind of cool. Instead of a normal metal flue, there is actually a cinder block chimney. That's kind of neat. Oh boy, the outhouse though could use a new one of those. Yeah, nice, easy water source, that's for sure. Well, came by this yesterday. This is obviously they don't use this trail in any way, shape, or form anymore. I think it's either a helicopter or they just bring in trucks along the logging roads over there and access it. I went down to the bridge yesterday, and when I saw the trail going up the other side, it looked good. It looked in good shape. So I think today is going to be a much different day than 1,800 trees. That's for damn sure. Well, I'm all done breakfast. Got my water. Moved my camp. I've done everything I can to stall. I gotta take off my long underwear and my dry shoes and my dry socks that I have to use tonight to sleep, and put these on. Boy, I wish I had a spare set of socks now. Well, I do, but I have to sleep in them. I wish I had another pair of socks. Good times. At least the pants, well, they were kind of wet last night. But I mean, the time to do this is right before you start walking, because then you can immediately start pumping blood in and out of these things, right? Not on my feet, I should say. My God, not the clothes themselves. Oh my God, that was brutal. I'll have to come up with something different for this time of year. This is just nasty. I mean, tomorrow morning I can wake up and just leave those on. But I mean, if I have to do this again, I'm gonna have to like boil some water and like defrost these somehow. Like somehow put like a bottle of water in there, or I don't know. This just won't do. This is, yeah. I mean, they're just frozen solid. All right, that's it for you, cabin. Maybe I'll come back here and have dinner or breakfast, but for now, oh, another cabin off the list anyhow. One thing about this cabin is it's got zero view. Like, basically nothing. Got this on camera now in the daylight now. You can see I've got my tent over there now. All right, let's go check this out in the daylight. The park boundary's over there. You can see the cabin. And literally right across the river is an old cabin, old structure. I like how someone carved that on there, Ice River. Obviously not usable anymore. Probably hunters or trappers, right? Kind of cool. This is where I've thrown my tent for now. I just wanted to get it away from the cabin, right? Do what I can. In case by some miracle a helicopter comes in today, this won't be in the way. You can see it's still frosty. Except for this bottom part, which is starting to get in the sun. I even checked up here to see if there was a spot. No, this is some kind of old clear cut. And the old trail intersection is up here. This is looking back towards the river. You can see there's been some trail work done. This is very fitting for the Ice River Trail sign that is covered in frost. And then we got the Kootenai Trail. So this could present a bit of a problem. I'm not going back over that trail, 1,800 trees. But I need to get to something over here at the end of a road. It's 1 kilometer. Now I have to assume that that is also how Parks Canada is now accessing this thing. So this will go 10 kilometers to a road, and then I'd be like stuck a long ways from everything. But if I can find a way to bushwhack or find some trail that Parks uses to intercept this thing, then I could get to that logging road. It'd still be 24 kilometers out from there, but I would take that over 18 kilometers and 1,800 trees. Anyway, right now, that's nice. Got some views finally on this thing. Right now, let's finish off the Ice River Trail. Go see the upper cabin. I have a feeling this is going to be in much, much better shape. All right. Well, it's in better shape, but I think I'm still going to find some stuff down on the way. Tree number 1, I think I see tree number 2 over there. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Lord, is there any of this that isn't hard? 18 over there. Well, my feet are already warming up. I mean, one thing about hiking is as long as you're pushing those feet into the ground, there's blood pumping in and out, and they start feeling better. Today, at least, I don't have my backpack weight, so I've got 80% of the weight sitting back in the tent. But also, I am coming right back over every single one of these trees. But I mean, clearly it's been taken care of a whole lot better than the other one was, right? It's also a much shorter day. It's like maybe 7 kilometers up to this cabin, and then of course 7 back. I'm off the trail a little bit, going around some mess. I must be outside the national parks because someone has decided to helpfully throw a beer. Hey, if you were cutting trees, that's okay. I'll take it. Where the hell is the trail now? I think it's over here. I actually had to get off trail and go around a mess. Like, good God. All right, is this it? Wow, where's the trail? Damn. All right, got it back. For a minute there, I thought that it actually disintegrated entirely. Like, sheesh. 32. This is the BC side of the mountains. And I do find that deadfall, big trees and stuff, it builds and happens a lot faster than in the Jasper side, Alberta side. That's for sure. Look at this, a nice part of the trail for a minute anyway. Well, when I decided to do this whole cabin thing, who thought that I'd be going down so many crazy trails, so many nasty trails? But, I mean, I've done, God, 70-80% of the cabins now, so sure as hell not stopping. Might as well keep right on going. Well, I've gone over 36 trees. This is the first place I can think of that would be a decent random camp. Sometimes I'm really surprised at how there's random camps out in the middle of nowhere, and I find stuff in the middle of nowhere. In this case, I'm surprised at how I'm finding nothing. Nothing. Anyhow, carry on. Just wanted to show this. At least now there is starting to be places that you could random camp on this thing. I'm only showing 700 meters away from the bridge. Good Lord. I'm at 47 trees. There's been a few that I've had to like detour off trail, obviously. The first waypoint is Molson Creek. That's still showing as a kilometer away, so that's got to be like 15 feet up. How does someone even cut that? Did they bring a ladder out here? It looks like it's cut. I thought for sure it had broken off, but somehow someone got up there and cut it. Oh, I got a sign. What do we got here? We're back in the national parks. Oh, this sign's hilarious. I mean, how the hell is someone even gonna get a bike out here? Man, I've got over 48 trees already. There's no need for no cycling signs. Okay, this is kind of nasty. This is quite the washout here. There's a trail going down there, but now I realize that there's actually the second trail staying high, so that's probably the one I want. I was told about a washout, but it wasn't until like shortly before the cabin, right? All right, so you climb up here, and then there's just a little bit of blue tape over there, which is good because there isn't much sign of a tread once you get up here. All right, I think I'm remembering things wrong. I think this is the washout. And here you have something to pull yourself up with, but I wouldn't trust it. Like, look at it. So it's a bit steep. I got to get back down there, but I'll just be very careful. I'll use this for a bit of balance, but definitely do not want to be putting my weight on that. I could be going for a slide. This is definitely the washout. Here's the original trail. And now you climb way up because this is steep, right? It's still, like, climbing up above this is still not, that's not, I'm not looking forward to climbing back over it. That's for sure. Nice little creek here. I crossed it on the trail earlier. Another spot you could probably random camp. At least I'm finding some spots, right? I wouldn't want to take a backpack up and down that washout though, like full of stuff. That's like I said, that's pretty dicey. Ancient old bridge, left over from olden times, still doing its job. I mean, when you put big creosote ties in there, it's amazing how long they last. All right, there's a fun one. I think I'll climb up there, jump over it up there. That will make 63. 101. 102. All right, this is what I have marked on the topo as Mollison Creek. And yeah, I think this is Mollison Creek. That means I've got 2.2 done. Another 2.2 to Soda Light Creek. Once I dance through this, that is. Jesus already. All right, well, best thing about it is I come right back through it again later today. Well, trail is up here. I've gone through 206 trees. This is one of the first views or kind of nice areas I've seen. The sun is out. It's tough. Now I realize it's actually 3.2 to Soda Light Creek. I've done about 900 meters from Mollison. It's not easy going, that's for sure. It's another tough day after yesterday. Yesterday was obviously pretty hard. Obviously, this is a serious test of will, patience, but I am conquering the trail. Another 10-15 minutes on this thing, and I would say I'm at least halfway to the cabin. I don't know if I've done the hard parts, the easy parts, or if it's just going to stay the same. The only part that was mentioned by the Yoho Park staffer was that washout, which I've already done. So at least when I get to the cabin, I mean, I've seen it all and I know what I'm dealing with on the way back, right? 325 trees, a long 1.5 kilometers to Soda Light Creek. 326. Got to recognize too that I am going up river, which so things will be just a little easier on the way back. Not a lot, but a little. Nice. A rare view. Not sure if this is Soda Light Creek or not. I'm showing it in 200 meters still. I'm approaching 500 trees. I mean, I don't know how much I can talk about it. It just seems repetitive, right? There is trail flagging way over there showing I got to get through this somehow. At least there is trail flagging on this thing. Shows that someone has been up this thing sometime in the last 3 or 4 years. Boy, this thing got completely eaten by whatever this is. Eaten. Well, it appears that that was Soda Light Creek. What I have marked on my topo was off. And the end of the road is showing in 250 meters. I can barely believe it. I'm up over 500. Matt, I believe this makes 510. Nice easy one. So I've done over 2,300 trees to get to this moment, to get to the end of the Ice River Trail. I gotta say, I got a little bit of anticipation coming up. This will be pretty epic. I got the bastard. Jesus. This one doesn't have any view either. Oh my God. My God. This one does not look as spruced up as that last one did. What's this about? All right. Yeah, this one doesn't look pretty. Not in terrible shape, but tin roofing isn't new. Blue looks half decent. Looks like a bear tried to claw his way in, and the front deck is starting to collapse. I kind of want to see the inside and see if this thing is even still used. Look at this bear. Look at the damage he's done to the outside of this thing. Sheesh. This window's pretty dirty. I got the other one open. I'm not going to stand on that front. Look at that. Jeez. Still pretty. Yeah. You press it right up to the window. The camera actually sees better than I do. Still looks usable to me. Still looks like it does get used on occasion. Other side now. No way. A trail camera. What do you guys come in here with a helicopter? There's 500 trees down on the trail. Sure as hell don't come with chainsaws. Down by the corral, there's a piece of tape here, a piece of flagging. Old trail, it might be over there. There's a trail that goes another 2 kilometers to, apparently there was, it's Zinc Creek. Apparently there was an old zinc mine at one point. I don't know how you could have a mine out there. It's difficult to imagine vehicles going up and down this. So without vehicles, how do you have a mine? I'm not interested. 2 more kilometers of this after 2,300 trees to get this far. That's yeah. Not even sure I could find the trail anyway. I've been kind of looking around a little bit, but it's not obvious. Well, here it is. Yeah, it keeps going all right. More trees and more crap. I know I'm half-assed considering it. Oh my God, what is wrong with me? Would I even find anything down there? Or would it just be a trail that fizzles out? I mean, what good is that? Just look back at the email from the staffer. He did mention there is a trail going past here. Yeah, I know that. But it's a marshy area. That's enough for me, man. I don't even think there's anything down there. I mean, there's already was only a couple of cabins on this trail. I didn't see much, right? Not much. I saw one of these at a Misquie Pass cabin. It's like, I guess it's kind of like fiberglass or something. But I don't know, I thought that one was plastic, but it was absolutely torn to pieces. Like something had no mercy on it. It was in like, seriously, like 12 pieces. So I guess this is what it looks like when it's whole. All right. You can see I put the storm shutter back on that one and I put it back on the other side. Always leave things as you find them, right? And that's it, man. I'm out of here. Time for the trudge back to the lower ice cabin over, I think it was 524 trees. Across Soda Lake Creek. The key to this is patience, patience, patience. It would be easy to just be like, I mean, there's so many obstacles. If you get reckless, then I might hurt myself. Or, yeah, I mean, who knows? So, I just have to take my time. I know there's an insane amount of crap for me to deal with. I'm back in this spot because it's basically the only place we have access to the river. Nice place to chill out. I can't complain about the weather, you know. It's been a tough 2 days, but the weather has cooperated, thank God. I mean, things are wet, but big deal, you know. My pants are, the bottom of my pants are wet, that's it. I'm not like wearing my rain gear or anything, right? Another milestone. This is how you do hikes like this, just one step at a time, one tree at a time, one milestone at a time on a waypoint. Alrighty, here we go. This is definitely the most fun part of the trail. The only part really that's dangerous. And I mean, I'm lucky there wasn't snow. If there was snow on this, forget it. Forget it. Well, I got it. That part there is steep. It sucks. You don't feel all that secure climbing up it or going down it for that matter. There's that park sign and that silly no bicycling sign. This part here isn't too bad. Okay. Also enjoy what little views there are. One thing about this washout, you get a view that way, you get a view that way. Boy, when you're in this clear cut for a couple 100 meters, it's nice. And then you start seeing a few trees, but you also see some stuff that's been cleared with chainsaw. It's such a tease. And then it all goes to hell on you. Well, I'm doing some planning here. You can see here there's a bit of a rise. Over there isn't, but that's also probably following the river. I'm trying to figure out the best way to bushwhack over to that road, right? I know that if I follow this trail 10 kilometers, it'll bring me to that road. Great, that'll be like 35 kilometers away from the highway. That is not what I want. I'm gonna scout up this trail though, like, I don't know. We'll see how far I go. It's already climbing, I don't like that. But yeah, I want to see where it goes. All right, climbed a bunch. Now let's go in the correct direction. Oh, what do we got here? We have ourselves an old road. Look at that, will you? This old road shows on the OpenStreetMaps, on my app, Maps Me. Look at the good shape it's in, my Lord. This is going the right direction. I mean, if I can get closer to that road without having to bushwhack, victory, right? That's awesome. All right, according to the OpenStreetMap, this road comes around there, goes that way, and ends and about 200 meters over here. And I'm really hoping that there will be a trail of some kind that takes off the end of it. By climbing up here, I've got like basically my first view of this backpack. Now what I like is I've already made up a plan to eat dinner. And so, you know, I'll have taken care of that water. And then I'll load up with water, which will be enough for tomorrow. And I can come up here, I can camp here. This isn't a big deal, right? It's flat, it's got cover. And so I'm gonna get started on tomorrow. I have the water. All I need is like, I'll be on logging roads or something like this. All I need is flat stuff, a flat area. And there's cover too, right? There's plenty of trees around this. So yeah, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna get started on dinner. I'm gonna pack up and I'm gonna get as far as I can. If I can get to that waypoint that Stafford gave me, that'd be amazing. That'd be a big stress off my mind. Coming back down, still have lots of elevation and a bit of a view. Hey, it is nice to get something when you've had basically 2 days with a lot of hard work and very few rewards. All right, thank you very much, cabin. I managed to use it to get my food going. Now it's cooking. I got my water, got everything I need. I haven't forgotten anything. All right, heading over to my tent. Again, while the food is cooking, I'll start taking that apart. And you tell I'm kind of eager to get on the road. 24 kilometers is a lot to be doing on a October day. The day ends at like 20 after 7, man. It's dark. So yeah, I would definitely like to take a chunk out of tomorrow, whatever I can. Especially because I have a hitchhike, right? And I've never tried to hitchhike at night. I'm not sure how well it goes. Well, 4:45. I gotta say that my body does not feel like doing more after 1,100 trees today and 1,800 trees yesterday, but you know, I definitely want to. I have to go climb that hill again, but I definitely, yeah, let's do this. That is a steep but quick climb to be doing with a backpack, especially after I just ate. I'm guessing this is how Parks Canada reaches this cabin. It's either that or helicopter. Helicopter would be pretty expensive. I looked to my left there at the top of the trail and just saw like kind of a clear area. And yeah, here's a perfectly nice camp spot. Really clear. Well, of course I had no clue last night, and I had almost no bloody daylight left, so all right, let's head back over here. Let's see how far I can get today. There's quad tracks going in this direction that encourages me. So hopefully I'm not just walking to a dead end, because that's that's what shows on maps me, right? On the open street maps. I mean, there's not even a Gem Trek map for this area, so maybe if I had gone and looked up like logging roads and ATV and all that sort of thing, I might have found something. Or like I mentioned yesterday, I could have bought the 1 to 50,000. That probably would have been helpful. Okay, this is the end of the road. Turnaround. This would have been where they probably stopped that clear cut. So we do have something carrying on. This is exactly what I hoped. I've taken a screenshot of what this looks like on Maps.me. The brown indicator is the cabin. The yellow is where it intercepts the trail, like with that trail. And of course, you can see where I am, and I'm going for that red waypoint, which right now is showing 800 meters. So far this trail, I haven't got a single, ever since I left the cabin and started up the Kootenai Trail, I've not done a single tree, not one. So here's hoping this is going in generally the correct direction. Well, right now I'm on the opposite side of the Ice River Valley, right high up above it. I kind of wish that this trail, starting to wander left a little bit, would wander left a bit more. It's yeah, in order to go kind of directly at where I want to go. I love it, absolutely love it. The trail is turned away from the Ice River. It's basically heading straight at where I want to go. 500 meters to go. Trail is in great shape. I've maybe gone across one or two trees. Oh my, this is, I mean, I knew there was a way. I just didn't think there was like a good way. Imagine if I had tried a bushwhack. I mean, this is actually pretty nice, but back literally just 100 meters back, it was, the forest was a twisted gaggle of dead trees. I mean, it would have been just hell on earth. Another open area, another camp spot. Hasn't been used in some time. No water near here. This is where I came from. This is some old track. Gotten kind of growing in. All right, still going good. This still is doing exactly what I wanted to do. Man, this is a whole world of ATV tracks and old logging roads and stuff. It's yeah, I know nothing about it. Some kind of old sign, very weirdly eaten away. Looks like I'm here. Can't believe how easy that was. I'm so happy. I went and scouted up the Kootenai Trail. My God. And another campsite, man. And this one actually has views and sun. Yeah, this one gets used. Look at all the rocks. Well, this isn't the end of this road. This is about 200 meters away from the end of it. Close. At least the end of it on Maps Me, right? Open Street Maps. Okay. I'm just gonna start walking until I can even put on my headlamp and my puffy jacket and keep walking until I'm just tired and I don't feel like doing it anymore, right? I mean, I can throw down my tent anywhere on here. The chances of anyone coming along before I'm gone in the morning are 1 in 10,000 probably. And even if they do come along, I have a bright green tent, so unless they're blind, I should be fine. All right, just had a look at my phone. I can even like, you know, tell Maps Me to figure it out. Like, it's not just as the crow flies, it actually maps it out as if this is a road with a car. And yeah, 24 kilometers. I think I had done that with Google before I left. Not just that, I think it passes Wapsa Falls. So, I mean, tomorrow I could maybe even not have to walk the whole 24. Or maybe I could get a ride from there. Anyway, right now this is what it looks like, and do some walking, get a little sunshine, maybe enjoy some views. Okay, it's not exciting, straight as an arrow, but I have some views, I have some sun, and I'm not jumping trees. I'm a happy camper. Compared to what I've been doing for 2 days, this is this is pretty fabulous. Look at that. The views that I never got from the National Park Trail, I'm getting from a logging road. And I just finished walking up this valley. I saw almost nothing. Jeez. On the road, that one looks in pretty good shape too. Kind of makes me want to, if ever I just can't do any more hiking, backpacking, makes me want to get a quad or a truck and start enjoying nature that way. There's definitely a lot of stuff to explore. Oh man, I'm so happy I decided to do this. Ridiculously happy. Going out the way I came, sure, that's safe. I knew I would get home, but boy, would I have suffered. I certainly don't need to worry about throwing my tent down on the road. There's been plenty of places to camp, right? I mean, there's lots of little pullouts on a logging road like this. I don't think I feel like quite stopping yet. I still have lots of time. I still have probably an hour and a half if I want. A little concerning as I get down here and I kind of join up with the bigger logging road. And then maybe I can't just camp anywhere at that point. But, you know, let's see. Got ourselves a bridge. I kind of figured it would be in place. I mean, I was reassured that you could get there with a car, but still, high clearance vehicle, I should say. Nice little creek. Yeah, looks like I could have crossed it anyway. Nice and clear. Beaverfoot Ice River Forest Road. Okay, didn't know the thing was actually named that. I believe up here this is the Beaverfoot Forest Road. All right, I got an hour left till sunset. Probably an hour 20 of walking if I wanted. And I can even put on my night light and walk some more if I felt like it. I'll keep walking, you know. 20 kilometers of this, I'm definitely not expecting, it's not gonna be a whole lot of fun, right? Less fun than the other logging road, the one I just came off of, but hey, you know. One thing about this is this kind of kills the backpack, right? I mean, I went all along here, I went back in there, okay, that was kind of the middle of nowhere, but not that far away from these logging roads, right? I mean, fact is, you're not really out in the middle of nowhere when there's logging roads all over the place. I mean, anyone with a truck can just come and drive up. So yeah, it kind of kills the whole out in the middle of nowhere backpack vibe a little bit, right? I worked so hard to get to that lower cabin yesterday. When you work like that, you really feel like you're out in the middle of nothing. Not really though, it's just that I took the really hard way. That cabin foundation at Talon Creek, that's something that almost no one is ever gonna see now, right? So, I can hold that prize up, I guess. Very nice, you know. Got the river, Beaverton River with this peak right over top of it. Not bad at all. I don't know if I like this or not. 18 kilometers until this road's done. I think I like it better when I don't know. I can just look it up when I want to. Well, a little side road. It looks pretty good, and it's going down to the river. I think I will take a chance on it. Let's see if there's a nice camp spot down here. I'll certainly sleep a lot better. I mean, no, you know, you want to sleep on a road, right? I mean, someone could go ripping past at 8 in the morning and start asking questions. I mean, you know, it's not a great place to sleep. Not very you know, down here, I don't think anyone's gonna bother me. Let's assume I can find, I mean, I can just camp right here on the road. But yeah, let's go see if there's something nice by the river. This is what I expected. Random campsites. Oh, there's even some garbage left over. I don't think it'd be a random campsite with at least some random garbage thrown in the bush. Yeah. I think I might even have a water source over here. You can hear it. You can hear like a creek going through this. Some old track keeps going up here. And, I mean, it looks like there's a culvert underneath it. So this is some old logging road of some kind. And yeah, very nice little creek. What the heck is that? Ugh. Ugh. Okay. The creativity of random backpackers, man. Wow, that is old. That is not a culvert. This is an old logging road. That's cool. There you go. That's all I need. I don't need to be by the river or anything. I prefer not to be, frankly. I feel like I sleep better. Well, I still have a little daylight left. I'm gonna kind of keep wandering down this road. I expect I'll find more of the same, but that was kind of fun. I like exploring random campsites. Okay, walking like 300 meters now. Where the hell is this thing going? Well, random 12 gauge shotgun shell. Still going. Still looks in perfectly decent shape. Just how far? How far till I get to the random campsites? Wow, this is ridiculous, but I have to turn back. All right, so I am 800 meters as far as the crow can fly. Plus I have to climb up a hill, so I'm probably more like 9 or maybe even a kilometer. It is sunset now. I mean, this is ridiculous. What is this thing? Turns out that my random campsite was the only one. I haven't seen another single thing. Look at this. Come over here, set up shop. I mean, it would be easy to clear out a bunch of this and make a lot of flat stuff. You would have a view, and beside an old logging scree pile full of old dried wood. Isn't this a dream spot for random camping? Well, you'd think so. There's no sign of no rock rings or nothing here. Well, how typical. I set out just trying to explore something that I barely even care about. It's like, whatever. And then I make a deeper mystery for myself. Busy day. I got lots done. I mean, I'm pretty happy with my day, that's for damn sure. I'm glad that I decided to start backpacking again. You know, it's instead of like 25 kilometers and I'm not really sure about what's going to happen, and that's a long way. Now I'm down to what, just under 18, and I'm fine. I mean, I'm on a major road. It's a major logging road. You know, might not even have to walk the whole thing, or I might get picked up. So yeah, man, that Ice River Trail, that was something else, man. Good night. Morning. 8:30 in the morning. I've already heard a few cars go by on the highway, on the logging road up above there. The first one was 6 a.m. That is, that's quite surprising. I'm glad I'm camped down here. I honestly, Yeah, I thought it'd be fine to camp just on the side of the road up there. It probably would have been fine, but it would have been weird to have cars driving by and I'm still half asleep. Oh, I'm so happy to have warm shoes this morning. Warm socks, and I can leave them on. No problem. I think I got that cold last night. I don't think these shoes are even frozen, but still, I still don't care for, I still don't want to put them on. Got colder than I thought, you know. These little beads of water are frozen. But I mean, yesterday my shoes were white. They were so cold, so. And up here there's not a bunch of frost. I think it's because I'm not down by the river like I was last night by the ice river, right? Well, the thing about this spot is it's made for people with fold-up chairs, and I got nowhere to sit. I don't think I'm gonna hang out too long. I'm gonna get some coffee into me, and maybe I'll have some snacks. Down the road, a few kilometers, there's other places that are potential for picnic tables. And I mean, there's potential that I could just get picked up along this road too, right? And I won't have to walk 17 kilometers of logging road. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna be out again this year. I mean, I've said that before. And then I go do another overnight or something, but who knows, man. I pushed pretty hard this year. I really did. I kept trying and trying and trying. This one was a success, right? Like, look at this. It is another nice day. I mean, 3 forecasted, half decent days, maybe a bit of partly cloudy, but it worked. Thank God for small favors, you know. Well, cheers. Ah, so hot. Ooh, lip burning. All right. Decided I'm not going to take the water bottle. I'm not responsible for other people's garbage, especially when they leave it behind when they were in a vehicle or a quad. I'm not hiking it out here. Well, looks like the sun is going to hit me on the road soon, so that's nice. Boy, is my body sore. I can feel those almost 3,000 trees. I can really feel it. Oh, gee willikers. A vehicle coming the wrong way is the conservation officers checking on things out here. And, you know, they stopped and had a little chat with me, asked if I'd run into anyone. I told them what I did, and one of them was like, oh yeah, we just went on horses there for the first couple of kilometers. You know, it was him. It was him and, well, I don't know, someone else. It was them that went to the camera, you know, the first, you know, because there was trail work the first couple of kilometers, right? Just the waist high stuff. That's funny. Anyway, it's a bit of an interesting start to the morning. I was only walking 5 minutes and that already happened.
Yeah, we're not too far from the highway, a kilometer or 2 maybe.
Well, some nice hunters picked me up. Literally the first people that came along going my direction. And I didn't even walk a kilometer. That is so nice. Well, what a crazy hard couple of cabins to get to. Turns out now I know that it's much easier to get to the lower cabin, and the upper one is still tough, but yeah, it's anyway, I mean, it's a low-level backpack. It's a perfect one to do at this time of year or September. And you know, I went and I managed to get some more cabins off the cabin quest, right? It's getting a lot of, there's getting to the point now where I don't have that many left anymore, right? I still have some pretty tough stuff to do, but yeah, It is pretty cool. Anyway, get out there and hike.